Today we're doing something different. Instead of talking about AI, we're actually going to use it now. By the end of this video, we're going to find a SaaS idea, we're going to validate the idea, we're going to refine it with ChatGPT, research design inspiration, generate a complete product plan, create a lovable build prompt, and start building, all in one session. So let's see what happens. Welcome back. Over the last few days, we've talked about AI tools, finding SaaS ideas, prompt engineering, validation, but today I want to show you my actual workflow. This is exactly how I approach a new product idea. There's no theory, no fake examples. We're starting from zero. So step one, finding a problem. The first thing I do isn't think about features. I think about problems because good business solves problems. Bad business solves imaginary problems. So let's open up ChatGPT and ask what are common frustrations freelancers experience every week. So the best SaaS ideas usually come from problems, blah, 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 money and payments, finding clients, administrative work, project management. The list just goes on and on and on and on. Here's a strong potential. Immediately, we are starting to see patterns, late payments, client communication, proposals, contracts, organization, lead generation scheduling. Now we have potential opportunities, but we're not choosing one yet. We're just seeing what else is out there. Now, I want to know if people actually care, right? Because just because a problem exists doesn't mean people will pay to solve it. Now we'll ask which of these problems are painful, reoccurring, and worth paying to solve. That's a great question to ask. So let's see, painful, fear, recurring, will pay. This is amazing. So unpaid invoices, and that's one of the reasons I started Paping, because invoicing is truly a problem. I've had so many issues in the past. That's why you need some sort of automation that can follow up for you to collect those payments. Finding clients, job application forms. So this is great. This is great so far. Okay, less crowded, high potential scope guard. We also add a dashboard. This request appears outside the original scope and may, so it'll tell you whether they're outside their limits or not. That's Paping. The reason it's showing Paping is because I've been chatting with Chat about it, and I put that in there. Let's say we chose one. Now I ask Chat, you are a SaaS founder. Help me refine this idea into a product. Okay. So now it's saying which idea. So now let's choose which one we do. Apply once, apply into jobs in minutes instead of hours, MVP, Chrome extension. So a person that's applying to jobs every day, they spend about 40 minutes on an application on the average. And then once you upload your resume, they ask you to re-enter your details again for the work history. So it's a lot of repetitive typing. So this solves a pretty good issue, something that we could tackle and turn into a business. $12 per month, $29 per month, resume optimization, cover letters, analytics. I like this one. So, I mean, essentially I want target audience, core problem, unique value proposition, pricing potential, MVP features, future features, and this is exactly what it gave me. It gave me phase one for an MVP, and I think we should add, also give me future features for each phase to come. So now it'll give us phase one, phase two, phase three, phase four, all the way to all the five phases, up to 6. And here it's fully autonomous search, amazing, premium features. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. Now we move into Pinterest. So let's go to Pinterest.com. This is one of my favorite parts. Most people start designing from scratch. I don't. I start by studying. So let's search, let's do dashboard UI. And we have some amazing results already. This is what I love about Pinterest because it gives you amazing designs right off the bat that you can choose from, and pricing pages, CRM layouts, analytics dashboards. So I'm looking for patterns, not things to, copy things, but to learn from. Also, I'll save the references that solve similar problems. So this gives me a direction before I start to build anything. So as a design, let's see this one. This is pretty cool. So I will save this into SaaS dashboards, or better yet, I will create a board and I'll name it auto job, auto apply. Great. And I'll save that there. We have one like this. This is pretty cool. So I will save this to the board that I made. So that's saved. I will do one more and I think we'll be ready to go. This looks like it's pretty good. And I'll also find one more and then we'll move on. Let's type in jobs dashboard. This one is pretty cool as well. I'll save that. So next step is step 5, and that's product planning. Now we combine everything: the validated problem, the target audience, and the feature list, the design inspiration, and we bring it back to ChatGPT. Now I ask, you are a senior product manager, create a complete MVP roadmap for this SaaS product. So I want pages, features, navigation, user flows, admin, functionality, future roadmap. This is for the auto apply AI idea. So now this becomes the blueprint. It becomes everything. It starts with division, phase 1, authentication, onboarding, registration, all the steps necessary, all for phase 1. Listing all the pages right now. Amazing. Perfect. This is exactly what we need. And it also has the Chrome extension MVP. This MVP is realistic to launch in 6 to 8 weeks. Provides a clear path from a simple autofill extension to a full AI-powered career platform. This is amazing. Now we will move on to generating the lovable prompt. Now comes the fun part. So I asked ChatGPT, you are a senior SaaS product manager and UX designer. Generate a complete lovable prompt for this product. Include pages, features, navigation, onboarding, dashboard, mobile responsive, and for the premium design guidance, give me the full lovable prompt for me to copy and paste into Lovable. The tech stack, all the things that's required, branding, don't worry about the color direction. We're going to be using an image to give it guidance on the look and feel. This is perfect. Okay, so this will be the bridge between planning and building instead of starting with a blank screen. And we're starting with a detailed specification. So step 7 is now building in Lovable. Now we're going to take this prompt. We're going to go to copy. We're going to go to lovable.dev. It'll open up the dashboard. All we need to do is paste. We're going to go back to Pinterest, going to go back to our boards, going to go to the board that we created. Let's go ahead and do something here. Let's go ahead and see which style we like the most. So we have this, we have this, we have this one. I think I'm leaning towards this one just because you can see upcoming jobs. Maybe we have some sort of news on the jobs, and then what we applied to, how many did we apply to, how many interviews are going on, so on and so on. And this one is kind of hard to read, so let's go ahead and download the image for this. Save AI. Perfect. So now we can go back to Lovable. Click on the plus sign, click on attach. And now we can go to our folder where we save the image, and we click on the image and click on open. I will add an extra prompt in here. Use the style and design from the image attached. You can copy the look and feel directly. Lovable has two options. It has build and plan. Build, you can make changes directly when you submit a prompt. Lovable immediately starts modifying the project. It just goes right into building things. Plan mode, you will discuss it before building. Instead of touching your code base, Lovable acts more like a product manager or architect. How should we? What's the best? How should I design a CRM? And it'll analyze and suggest things. Then you basically will do it step by step. Now, when should we use these? You use plan when building a new feature, making architectural decisions, designing database relationships, planning subscriptions, and things you're unsure about how the implementation will go. Using build, you already know what you want. The feature has been planned, implemented. You're iterating on UI, you're fixing bugs, you're creating pages and components and things like that. Just because we already have everything laid out, let's go ahead and click build. Now Lovable is doing its thing. It's looking over the prompt. It's thinking about on how it should proceed. We can go ahead and click on enable so we can get a notification once it's done. You can see that now it's doing the landing page. Once it's ready, it'll pop up in a preview and we'll have the chat on the left so we can go ahead and make any necessary changes. Okay, wow. So you can see, so now it just created the marketing page for us. It has everything pretty much to the T on the look and feel of the template that we got from Pinterest. So again, I can't stress this enough on why you need to use references from Pinterest to get yourself started, just so you can have a clean looking layout just like this. Perfect. This is great. Great first step. And I will continue working on this and keep you guys in the loop on how everything works out. So now that we have a great base for the start of this company, this idea, it was asking me if you want to continue with Lovable Cloud to the, emails, logins, signups, authentication for dashboard, onboarding wizard, application, Kanban boards, AI assistant, resume center. Each is a substantial chunk, so I like to tackle one thing at a time. And this is exactly why Lovable is so powerful. The biggest lesson, most people think building is the hardest part. It's not. Choosing what to build is harder. Validating it is harder. Understanding the customer is even harder. Once you know what you're building and why, the tools make the process incredibly fast. So in just one session, we found a problem, validated it, refined it, researched inspiration, planned the product, generated a build prompt, and started building. Tomorrow I'll continue developing this idea and show you how far we can even take it. If you're enjoying the journey, subscribe and follow along. And let me know in the comments, what SaaS should I build next using AI? I'll see you in the next video.